This Take 5 with the Regional Chamber is sponsored by...
Hi, Brian Governor for P&W Marketing, and I just wanted to say thank you. This year, we're celebrating 35 years of providing hundreds of Valley businesses with the best in marketing advice, promotional products, print, planning and buying, corporate apparel, and trade show booth concepts. 35 years. That's a long time and a lot of corporate branding. With your help, we'll be here for a long time to come. Visit us online at pwmarketing.com. Have a great day and a great summer.
Welcome to Take 5 with the Regional Chamber. I'm Kim Calvert. With summer in full swing, you're surely enjoying lots of outdoor activities and vacation destinations. But on those days when you're looking for something to do locally, don't forget about some of our Valley's greatest gems. The whole family can spend hours at some pretty interesting places come rain or shine. Today's edition takes us to Trumbull County. Our first stop is home to exhibits about the Valley's rich automotive industry. Alyssa Toto gives us a tour of the National Packard Museum in Warren and tells us about events that are coming up.
Automobiles are an important part of the fabric of the Valley, and the National Packard Museum documents that history. The museum opened in 1999 on the 100th anniversary of the Packard Motor Company.
It's a grassroots organization started by a small group of very concerned citizens that believed very strongly that the Packard history was important to our local community as well as our national heritage.
The 23,000 square foot facility is home to 23 museum-owned cars as well as dozens of vehicles on loan from other sources. The exhibits change multiple times a year. Right now, the museum is featuring a land, sea, and air display. Many people may not know that Packard built boat and plane engines, including this engine that was used in a World War II aircraft.
The real heart of this collection is the Merlin engine, which is the engine that they built for the Rolls-Royce company. They had the contract during World War II to build massive amounts of Merlin engines. We've already had some World War II veterans in here that are just in love with that engine because one guy said, "This thing saved my life."
A great way to spend a summer day for any car lover is the museum's annual Packard Antique and Classic Car Show from July 19th through the 21st. If you've attended in the past, you'll find lots of changes this year. There will still be plenty of vehicles to view outside, but more of the action will take place inside, where the museum's mission of education will dictate programming.
Inside the museum, we will have nonstop programming that deals with, well, we're bringing in a fighter pilot from West Virginia, or Virginia, I believe he lives. He actually flew a P-40 during World War II and was part of the Burma Banshees group, and that's going to be really interesting. We also have a historian, Jim Balfour and Terry Martin, that will be speaking. We'll have programming on preserving your collections, how to preserve your own family memories, and then how to preserve in this digital age.
For more information about the National Packard Museum or its 24th annual car show, visit its website, packardmuseum.org. For Take 5 with the Regional Chamber, I'm Alyssa Toto.
Just down the street from the Packard Museum is an archive of a different kind. The Sutliff Museum in the Trumbull County Public Library in Warren is a memorial to the Sutliff family who were operators on the Underground Railroad in the mid-1800s. The museum is set up as a Victorian parlor to show the traditions, atmosphere, and furnishings of the time.
That was when Phoebe, the daughter of the Sutliffs, was in her heyday, and she left the money for the museum with the understanding that it would educate people about the Underground Railroad and about Victorian life.
The museum's biggest event of the summer is this Saturday. It's a commemoration of the Civil War held at the Eastwood Mall from 11 to 4. The Sutliff Museum is open Wednesday through Saturday from 2 to 4. Finally, it's been named one of the great 10 places for a North American safari by USA Today, and it's right here in our own backyard. Wagon Trails Animal Park has been delighting kids and adults alike for 13 years in Vienna. Today we'll introduce you to some of the park's most entertaining furry residents.
Camels and zebras and cows, oh my! A ride through Wagon Trails Animal Park brings you as close to the animals as you can possibly get. And this is not a passive experience. Visitors to the park are encouraged to get involved, feeding the animals as much as 40% of their daily grain.
A lot of people think that this is just a snack for the animals, but it's a huge part of their diet. Like, you guys, you know, definitely helping us feed them.
Now they love to walk right beside the truck. You can sprinkle it to them.
Wagon Trails opened back in 2000. It's a family-run business with 3 generations working side by side, and all that help is needed to take care of the animals and the grounds.
They will wake up about 3 hours earlier than when the park opens and everything gets cleaned. You guys definitely see the glamorous side when you go through the ride. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
The park property was first purchased in 1943. At that time, it was a working dairy farm run by the great-grandparents of the Wagon Trails family.
Matter of fact, the gift shop was the original milking barn and still stands to this day. And then they went through a lumber supply business, and then they got into drywall when that got real popular in the 70s and 80s. And after that, we were looking for something new to do. And we always kept riding horses and cows and pigs and stuff like that. And my uncle was the first one that suggested, how about an animal park?
Wagon Trails is open 6 months a year, but the animals stay year-round. Some are kept inside during the winter. Attendance at the park grows every year, and owners of the safari say they can't ask for much more than that.
For a comprehensive look at other attractions and events in Trumbull County, be sure to visit the Trumbull County Tourism Bureau's website at exploretrumblecounty.com. Just a few that caught our eye: the 167th Annual Trumbull County Fair, which is currently underway; the Eastwood Rib Fest, July 19th through the 21st; the 46th Annual Grecian Festival, July 24th through the 28th, and these summer events that are held all summer long: Summer Nights at the Elm Road Triple Drive-In Theater, Friday Night Flicks at the Warren Amphitheater, the River Rock at the Amp Series, and Mahoning Valley Scrappers baseball games. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Take 5, and we'll see you here again in 2 weeks when we look at attractions in Mahoning County. With the Regional Chamber, I'm Kim Calvert.
Take 5 with the Regional Chamber is produced by Mahoning Valley Productions, where we tell your stories.